To get started, you want to take some cord that you're going to knot your embroidery thread over. Now mine's satin rat tail and it's about 1mm thickness, but you can use anything as long as it's got a little bit of thickness for knotting over. And you want to attach a crimp end over one end of your cord. So I've got this one here and it's got the clasp. First you want to thread a needle with your embroidery thread and then try and attach it to your cord as close to the end as possible. And then just pull it so there's a little tail end and just tie a quick knot in the end just to keep it secure while you attach it to your clasp. You just trim off the tail end. So you want to tuck both of these inside your crimp end. And then pinch the sides together. And to tighten everything in place, just use some pliers. Once you've securely attached your crimp end, you can clip it to the top of your board. And then make sure your cord and your embroidery thread are completely untangled, and put your embroidery thread to one side and clip the bottom of your cord to the bottom of the board. And now you're going to take your embroidery thread and you're going to do hitch knots until you've got it as long as you want it. So you're just going over and through. And over and through again. And you're just repeating this all the way down. And how long you do it depends on the size of the neck that you're doing it for. So you really need to measure it as you go along. One thing I will say is that you need to do half the length because you're going to be doing two separate halves here. Once you've done the first one, it should look something like this. So now you want to take your next cord and repeat the steps you just did in the first one. So you should end up with two that are both the same length. So next I'm going to take a heart bead and I'm going to thread the embroidery thread and the cords onto it. I'm going to do two at a time because I think it'd be a bit too thick to put them all through at the same time. You don't have to use a heart bead, you can just use a regular bead if you prefer. Once you've done your first two, you can then move on and do your next two. And if it's a little bit tight, you can use jewellery wire here folded up to help you thread it through. So once you've threaded on your bead, you should have both of your cords going through and both your embroidery threads going through. So make sure it's nice and tightly attached, and then you can clip the two cords to the top of your board again. Now you want to repeat what you did the first time. So take one of your cords and one of your embroidery threads and keep the other two out of the way, and then you're just going to do hitch knots until you've got it as long as you want it. I'm just going to do about 1 inch on one of them and 2 inches on the other. So once you've done the first one, you can remove that cord from the bottom of the board, and then take your other cord and do the same thing at the other side. And you can make it a little bit longer like I'm doing if you want. And once you've done both sides, it should look a little bit like this. So now I'm going to thread on the beads at the end. And because these beads are quite a bit smaller, I'm going to use a bit of folded up jewellery wire to help me thread them on. So I'm going to thread the beads onto the folded up jewellery wire. And thread the cord through the hole in the jewellery wire. And the embroidery thread. And then just pull the wire to pull the beads through. And once you've done that, you can push them up to the end of the knots and then tie a knot to put everything in place. So you want to pinch it as close as you can to the end of the beads. Once that's nice and secure, you can trim the end. Now I'm going to seal the end with a lighter, but you can use glue if you prefer. Once you've done the first side, you can do the same at the other side. Pull your beads onto the cords and the embroidery thread, and then just pull them through. And once you finish, you should end up with something that looks like this. So you can use your clasp to fasten your necklace. And that is your completed necklace.